Now, the people of God, the people who want to do right, the people who call themselves Christians and believers and they have faith and all that stuff, they may mean that or want to mean it the best they can, right? But us on this side ain't got nothing to offer the world. Nothing. Because we're not really walking in the light of God. The very reason evil keeps on winning. And I think I know why. The question always is like, why do people who do crazy things tend to be the ones that are winning the battle, tend to be the ones that get what they want? And then the other side who's like trying to do the right thing or be right or like stand for the right thing still ends up either doing the wrong thing or losing the battle. And I'm like, this is crazy what's going on. And then I just started thinking deeper and then I realized this. People have two options. You can either walk the life of the ego or walk the life of the spirit of God, right? I realized this is the reason why the people of the ego always win. Not always, right? But oftentimes win. Is because they're fully walking in the ego. Like, no doubt, nothing. They've embraced and accepted the ego as something that they're just part of their life. And the ego is the emotions, the feelings, the false identities, the thoughts. They identify with those as them, and they actually celebrate them and identify them as good, right? So they're fully confident in walking in the ego. And the reason why they win is because they have everything to offer, right? They have everything to offer. And what I mean by that is the sex, the drugs, and the shortcuts, right? And what I mean by shortcuts is like plastic surgery, testosterone boosters, coffee, caffeine. They have everything to offer the world, right? No matter what you identify with, Christian, Muslim, a believer, non-believer, Republican, Democrat, conservative, liberal, whatever you identify, whatever titles you want to attach to your name, it doesn't change the fact that you still accept the life of the ego. Now, the people of God, the people who want to do right, the people who call themselves Christians and believers and they have faith and all that stuff, they may mean that or want to mean it the best they can, right? But us on this side, very few people who actually got it, right? Really got it. But us on this side ain't got nothing to offer the world. Nothing. Right? Because we're not really walking in the light of God. The people in the ego are really walking in the life of the ego. But the people on the side of good or trying to be on the side of good aren't really walking in the light of God. And not all, right? There's some who are, and there's some out there who are standing firm, right? But most people, no. Not walking in the light of God. And I'm not talking about, let me make it clear, because people are going to try to excuse themselves out of it and be like, well, I am. No, like, I'm talking about not, my intention is I want to be of God. My heart wants to be of God. I pray. I'm watching myself, and all those things are good things. More power to, amen, right? But that still ain't winning the battle. That's on your way, maybe. Maybe that's on your way, and that's great. We need to be on the way, and we need to be working on ourselves, and it's not going to be perfect right away. But the point is to really get in the ring and really win the battle, and this goes for all people, including myself, is you got to die to the ego completely. And what I mean by that is you have to be committed to dying to the ego, ready to die to the ego. Because when we're not, we're subject to the ego and all that the ego offers. So even though we don't want to, even though we reject it, even though we like to judge the people who live life from the ego and accept it, embrace it, and do crazy things, we ain't no different, because in our secret life, we're still giving into the ego. We're still losing the battle. But in our public life, we're like condemning and judging and saying, oh, you got more ego than me. The only way to win is you got to die to the ego. Well, the question always comes to this: how? Ha ha! That is the $1 million question. How do you do it? How do you die to the ego? First, obviously, you got to be ready to do it. You got to be in a place to where you know what, I'm done. Right? And you got to be ready to do it. And how you do it is by, when you feel those things, when the ego comes up, when you feel those temptations, your body is going through it, right? Your feelings are out of control. You just go through it. You don't fight it. You don't distract yourself from it. You don't escape from it. You just go through it. You just feel it, right? This is what it means by lay your weapons down. You just feel it and you go through it. Because you can't fight it, because there's nothing to fight. There's nothing there to fight. It's just false feelings. And you just got to go through them and endure them, right? But they feel so heavy and they want to wipe you out, and it feels like you're dying. That's literally what it feels like, right? But you just got to go through it. And when you go through it, that's the very way you're fighting against evil, right? Because you can't put no actual effort in, like running away. You know what I mean? All these things aren't fighting it. Those are false way to fight it. You want to just go through it, like take it. Take the punches. That's really what it is. Take the punches. That's what Jesus did, in a spiritual way and in a physical way. He never threw not one punch back. Not one punch. Never. Right? Because he knew that he must endure. He knew that he must endure. So you got to be ready. But the thing is that if you're not ready, you got to be honest with yourself. Because I see this a lot. Pretending. Denial. I want to be this, so I'm acting. We got to stop doing that. Be honest about it. If you're not ready, that's okay. Meaning, it's okay to admit that you're not ready. And when you accept that and embrace that, you're set freer. I'm telling you, you're set free. Because this false expectation of what you think you should do is giving you the conflict. If that makes sense, right? No, I shouldn't be weak. I shouldn't have fear. I shouldn't. So then you start pretending like you don't. But with all that's doing is creating more conflict, digging you deeper and deeper. Be honest about it. Because we're never going to win. We're never going to win a battle until we take up the cross. It really like start marching. Who's with me? Because nothing's going to change until we commit. Make sure you share this video, subscribe, like, so the algorithms can do this thing, y'all, because we got to get this message out. Follow me on all platforms across the board, Joel Friday TV and The Gifted to Dance. You guys are amazing. Until next time, bye.